Hello everyone. Well, in this video, I'm going to implement the step definition with the help of classes which we developed in our previous video. So the first thing what we need to do is to prepare a non-blocking call for the REST API call which will send to the Jira server. For that, I'm going to take the help of executor service interface which is coming from the concurrency package of the Java language. Let me open the API documentation of executor service. So this is the documentation of executor service. This interface contains a method that is submit, and using this method we are going to execute the non-blocking call. This method takes the argument of type callable interface, which is a generic interface. This interface contains a single method called call, and whatever the piece of code which will implement as part of this method will get executed asynchronously. Now if you look at this particular interface, this is a generic interface. That means whatever the type we will pass for this interface will become the return type of this method. So in our step definition file, first I'm going to create the variable for the executor service. To create the instance of executor service, I will use the static method that is coming from the executors class. Dot new fixed thread pool. So this method is going to create an executor service which will have the 5 thread available for the execution. So let us implement the first step definition. So in this step definition, I'm going to implement the callable interface, and that will contain a piece of code which I want to execute asynchronously. So callable, let me pass the type as string, task equal to new callable. And then I need to implement the call method. Now in this method, I'm going to specify the code which is going to send the request to the Jira application. And also let me change the name of the variable which is being passed to this method. So this is username, password, endpoint, URL. New login detail with username, with password, and then build. The return type of this method is a string, so I'm going to store that in a variable. Then using the another class that is application login, I will send the request to the Jira application. So the return type of this method is cookies that represent the cookies which we get after login inside the Jira application via REST call. And I need these cookies. So simply I will return those cookies. And as we change the return type, so we need to also change the type which we are passing in the callable interface. So cookies. Now once this is done, let us look at the API documentation of executor service again. So if you look at the return type of the submit method, it returns the type of future, and again future is also a generic interface. And this interface is used to refer the task which you submit via executor service. So let me create one more private variable of type future. And the type will be cookies, which is coming from the REST Assured framework. And then using the executor service, I'm going to submit this particular task. So executor service dot submit task. And the return type of this method is of type future. So I'm going to initialize this variable here. Now using this variable, I can access the task which is submitted by the executor service and get the return value of this piece of code. Now once this is done, let me open the Jira application into the browser. So driver dot manage dot delete all cookies. So using this statement, I am launching a clean session. So once I have opened the Jira application into the browser, I will get the cookies from the browser. So driver dot manage dot get cookies. As you can see here, the return type of this method is set. So let me create one more private variable of type set. So in this variable, I will have the cookies, which is coming from the current session created by the WebDriver. Now here I am going to extract the cookies, which is coming from the REST API call. Now let us look at the API documentation of future interface. So inside this interface, we have a method that is done. Using this method, you can get to know that whether the task has been completed or not. So here I will use while loop, while, and in order to refer to the task which is submitted using the executor service, I will use this variable that is future task is done. So in order to make sure that the task is completed, I have added a while loop, and in the while loop I have added a method that is done. The moment the task is finished, this will return the value as true and it will break out the loop. And in order to get the cookies which we receive from a API call, I can use future.get. So let me create one more variable of type cookies that will store the cookies which we get via REST API call. Now let us look at the cookies which we get it from the driver session. So this is a set, that means it will have multiple cookies. And let us look at the cookies what we get after making the API call. So this particular thing is a multi-value entity. So that means we need to iterate over both the cookies type to convert them into a Selenium equivalent. So here I'm going to get the iterator from both the cookies. So the first one is from the Selenium session cookie. And the second iterator is for the cookies which we got it from the API call. And then I will add a while loop which is going to iterate over both of this iterator and then convert the cookies accordingly. Now make sure that whatever the cookies you are getting from a API call, you are using the proper cookie class for them. So while driver cookie iterator dot has next and API cookie iterator dot has next. So in this while loop, I'm going to convert the cookie, and after converting the cookie, there will be a new cookie generated. I will add that new cookie to our WebDriver session. So for converting the cookie, I will use the class that is cookie converter. So driver cookie iterator dot next and API cookie iterator dot next. The return type of this method is of type cookie, which is coming from the Selenium framework. And then I'm going to add this new cookie to our WebDriver session. So for next step definition, I will just keep it empty. In the next step definition, I will do a browser refresh. Driver.navigate.refresh. Along with this, I'm going to just perform a click action also. So let me log in inside the Jira application and let me find this element. By.id .click. So let me put the breakpoint at line number 84 as well as in line number 45. And change the dry run flag to false in the runner. And run this script in a debug mode. So let me do a step over. So this is our request body, which is in the JSON format. Then we will get the cookies from the driver session as well as from the API call and convert them and add it to the WebDriver session. So now the driver instance will have the cookie information which contain the session information which we got it via REST API call. So the moment I do a refresh, I will be able to log in. So you can see here we are logged in inside the Jira application, and that is because it is using the same session information which we got it after login via API call. And then I will perform the click action. So in this manner, with the help of cookies, you can reuse the same session. All the steps which you see in the feature file is just for the demonstration purpose. In the real time, there will be a single API call that will take care of all these steps.